In the early 2000s, it seemed like everyone was playing The Sims. Whether you were a seasoned gamer or someone who had never touched a video game before, chances are you spent at least a few hours building houses, creating families, and watching virtual people live their lives. But what made this simple life simulation become one of the most successful video game franchises of all time? Released in the early 2000s by Maxis and published by Electronic Arts, The Sims was unlike any other game on the market. There were no enemies to defeat, no races to win, and no final boss waiting at the end. Instead, players were given complete freedom to create their own stories. At its core, The Sims was a digital dollhouse. Players could design homes, decorate rooms, choose careers, build relationships, and guide their characters through everyday life. While that might sound ordinary, it was precisely this freedom that made the game so enticing. Every player's experience was unique. One of the biggest attractions was creativity. The game's building tools allowed players to design dream homes that would have been impossible to afford in real life. Some spent hours creating mansions, while others experimented with bizarre designs that would never pass a real-world safety inspection. The game also encouraged elaborate storytelling. Players became emotionally invested in their Sims' lives, celebrating promotions, weddings, and new babies. At the same time, many players enjoyed causing chaos. Stories of removing pool ladders, trapping Sims in rooms, or creating ridiculous family dramas became legendary among fans. Another reason for the game's success was its accessibility. Unlike many games of the era, The Sims appealed to a broad audience. People who weren't interested in action games or sporting games still enjoyed creating characters and managing virtual lives. It attracted players of different ages and backgrounds, helping it become a mainstream cultural phenomenon. Expansion packs played a huge role as well. New content regularly added pets, vacations, university life, businesses, and supernatural elements. Each expansion gave players new ways to tell stories and kept the game feeling fresh for years. The rise of the internet also helped fuel its popularity. Players shared house designs, custom content, stories, and screenshots online long before social media became dominant. The Sims had already built a thriving community of creators and storytellers. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of The Sims was how it reflected real life. Players could experiment with careers, relationships, finances, and family dynamics in consequence-free environments. It allowed people to imagine different futures, create ideal versions of themselves, or simply escape into a world they controlled. The franchise will continue to evolve with sequels such as Sims 3, Sims 4, and Sims New Beginning, each introducing new features and deeper and more elaborate customizations. Yet, many fans still look back fondly on the original games that defined a generation. More than 2 decades after its debut, Sims remains one of the best high-selling video game franchises ever created. Its success wasn't built on competition or action, but on something simpler: the ability to create, experiment, and tell stories. So why was everyone playing The Sims? Because it offered something few games ever had. It offered people whatever and whoever they wanted. It allowed them to build whatever they imagined, create endless stories that were uniquely their own. In a way, The Sims wasn't just a game, it was a virtual life, and millions of people couldn't resist living it. As always, thanks again for listening, and please, wonder always, but please, wonder safely. Do not forget to like and subscribe.